Hi everyone, welcome back to another COTI live stream. Thanks for joining us. Today is we're gonna be doing vibe coding using a tool called TRAE, spelled TRAE. Now, if you're not technical, don't worry. This session is not about complex coding or technical details. It's about seeing how ideas can turn into real things faster with the help of AI. I'm Kit, and I'll be your host today. And joining me is Sharon, who will be walking us through the demo and showing how TRAE works real time. Um, Without any further ado, Sharon, welcome. Before we start, can you briefly tell everyone what we'll be seeing today?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. My name's Sharon. Thank you, Kit. I'll be leading the technical engineering side today, but don't worry, this is not to scare you. We are going to vibe code with TRAE AI. It's a tool, and I'm going to teach you step by step how to go from idea to a working app. That's what we're going to do today.
Sounds great. All right, so um, let's start simple. For someone who have never seen TRAE before, how would you explain what it helps people do?
Yeah, sure. So TRAE, just like any other vibe coding platform, to be general, it helps you take an idea into a working app, as mentioned, by describing what you want in plain, simple English and letting AI do the heavy lifting. And that is handling the syntax, the code, everything.
Awesome. So this is for just developer, or it's like some other people can use it as well.
So when we say developer, it means that you require technical knowledge, right? So I would say it's for
Correct.
both developers and non-developers. Yeah.
Okay, so it's designed for basically pretty much almost everyone that can use it.
Yeah. All you need is
Oh,
clear intent. You need a clear intent. You need clarity of your idea or product and communicate that as well as you can with AI. Yeah.
fantastic. All right, take it away. Do you need me to share your screen?
Yes.
Okay. Please send me a request. I will.
Okay. I think I can share.
Okay. Add to the scene,
Thank you.
and there you go.
Okay. I think we should start by, like every, live stream, we're going to go to the TRAE AI website. Oops. AI. All right, this is the website, TRAE.ai.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
yeah, the hero title is The Real AI Engineer Ship Faster with TRAE. We'll come to that in a moment, but think at a first glance, the website looks really cool. Okay, right.
Yep. It looks. I mean, it looks really. It gives me the vibe of um,
A
being
world
young.
map.
Yeah, pretty
Being
much.
young. Oh, okay. Yeah, so it's pretty responsive in that sense.
Yep.
And we see the first thing that we see here is go solo which way, the responsive coding agent that ships at full speed. Let me just tell this from the very beginning that TRAE stands out because of solo. Okay, so TRAE operates in two modes. We've got the builder mode and the solo mode. And TRAE
Hmm.
shines with the solo mode. Okay,
Oh,
that I'm just gonna tell you then if you want to use the solo mode, it's just $3. But you can definitely use the free plan that I'm going with
no
and still
way.
get things
That's
done.
the first AI I see. That's $3. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, only the solo mode. Mm.
Yeah. All right.
Okay. So if you look at it in, the landscape, it's giving the same, uh, it's mimicking the VS Code IDE. So
Hmm.
people feel comfortable and there's nothing really new and too much to learn. Okay. So in the start, idea to launch. Okay. So it handles the entire development cycle from a simple idea to a
Hmm.
working app. And then it also ships autonomously with TRAE Solo.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to talk about Solo is that it's led by AI. Okay. But if we talk
Mm-hmm.
about Builder, you have a little bit more control and flexibility with how you want it to go.
Okay.
Um, yeah, just think of TRAE Solo as very automated. It will run things for you. It will help you plan from start to finish. So it's not just going to write code for you and get the job done. No, it's more about like taking that first idea and breaking it down into smaller steps. You know, as new AI tools keep coming in, you must have seen that the first thing it does is it creates a list of to-dos. You must have seen that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Correct.
similarly, yeah, it creates a list of tasks it needs to do. And then most of the AI tools will also ask you questions back just for clarity. So they go on the right path.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. And it also allows you to switch between the IDE and solo. And there's a couple of reasons for this. So, one is if you want more granularity and you want more control, then you would switch it to the IDE. But if you want AI to take the lead,
Yep.
what you need to, yeah, you can click solo. It's
Okay.
fully automated.
Just to simply explain, can you explain the difference between solo and IDE, like in simple terms?
Okay, sure. So as mentioned, as said before, solo is going to be led fully by AI. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's more automated in the sense. But if you want some flexibility and you want to be able to control some decisions and some parts, then switch to IDE. Yeah.
Okay. And today
And
we'll be focusing on both solo and IDE, or just one of those.
okay, it will just be IDE because if you use
Mhm.
IDE, which is, the builder mode, you can do it on a free plan.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. One more thing that I want to mention is that if you're still figuring out what's best for you, like should I use solo, should I use IDE? So
Hmm.
here's the deal. If you want to make very complex automated workflows and these really huge complicated web apps, I
Hmm.
would go with solo. Yeah. But if you want to get a quick prototype up and running, you want to execute the entire project super quickly, then you can go for the builder mode. I think it will pop up in just a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah. Another thing is agents. So this year, actually 2026, it's going to shine in terms of like agents. We've got
Hmm.
multi-agent orchestration coming up where you create an agent that specializes in just one specific task. It's like in school, you've got so many teachers teaching you, but they teach you different subjects, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So similarly, all those different teachers excel and specialize in a specific field or subject, the same way, the same goes for agents. You can see here we've
Ah,
got,
okay.
yeah, front end,
So
back end.
basically it's like when you're in a company and there's different departments. One's in marketing, one's in sales, one's in finance, and basically they have their own knowledge tailored to that specific topics.
Yeah, exactly. They all specialize in a very specific field.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Fantastic.
Right. Yeah. Okay. And then, okay, let's see. Yeah. So let's click Tray Solo for a minute. So the way that you can use Tray is actually two ways. You can either download the IDE. If you click this button at the top, it will download it for you.
Mhm.
But you can also get it as an extension in VS Code. So there are two ways to get started.
And today we'll be doing the download or the extension version.
Today we'll be doing the download version, which is the Tray
Okay.
IDE. Yeah. hmm
Nice.
Yeah. Okay. So Solar Builder moves fast. It turns ideas into products.
Okay.
Okay. With the help of multi agent orchestration, it helps to plan everything from the beginning. Yeah. And it also has, of course, context, which every other platform does. So
Mhm.
just it doesn't hallucinate,
Mm.
because one of the worst things that AI tools do is hallucinate, and they get everything wrong. So that's when context comes into play. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll look at the IDE. I think it's the same. Yeah. You can use it in VS Code or JetBrains IDE, but today we're using the TRAE IDE itself, which is you can get it by just downloading at the top. Okay, one more last thing before we go into the working live solution. I like to just tap into the docs for a few minutes. And what we can see here, okay, let's go to the top. Yeah. So there are two ways you can operate, as I mentioned, the coder and the builder. Mhm. Okay. And on the side, we've got the models. We've got two types of models, which is premium and advanced. So the premium models would charge you, but according to them, advanced models you can use without paying. At least for me, I did not see any change
Mhm.
in credits when I use the advanced model. Yeah, but premium models you definitely need to pay. So you
We have a few questions from the audience. Do you want me to
yeah,
pull it up? Just give me a moment.
sure.
Okay. So Nilo C was asking that now that TRAE don't have access to Anthropic models, do you plan to implement new models or only rely on models from OpenAI and Google?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, are we talking about today's session?
I
I think
assume,
it's about today,
I
right?
assume, yeah, I assume so.
Yeah. Okay. For today, we're gonna use the models over here that is provided, which is the advanced models.
Mhm.
Yes. But you can actually add custom models too, and for that, you would need to get your own API key and then just paste it right here. You can do that.
Okay. Yep.
Hmm.
So I hope that answers your question, Nilo.
Yeah. You can select a provider, like for example, if you like Anthropic's models, then you can select the provider to be Anthropic, get your API key and paste it here, and of course choose the model that you want from Anthropic.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I think this is really good. I don't remember seeing this in augment code last time I did the live stream, so I think this is pretty good. I don't remember, but I like this feature. Okay.
All right.
And multi-model input these days is very common too. Like you can just take screenshots maybe of your app and be like, I'm getting this error, can you please fix it for me? So just take a screenshot, or just take a screenshot of the feature or UI that you want to edit and say, change it from this to that. So that's when images really come in hand, according to me. Okay. Yeah, I usually just take a screenshot of the error and the component in the UI that I want to change. So that's when I would use images and attach them. Yeah. Okay. And the last thing is, of course, the credits. So the way you need to get started is, of course, create your account on TRAE, and it gives you 10 credits for a fast request, and then it changes into the slow request because it says once the fast request runs out, you will use the slow request. Okay, but don't worry because I am actually using the others over here. So I'm using the advanced model request and autocomplete. I still got some, so we can do today's
Okay.
stream.
Um,
Okay.
Nilo was asking that he meant long term. For example, Cursor has Composer One in their in-house model. Do you plan to make your own models?
Um, Personally, no. I have not given this a thought, but I would not. I would rather use the models that are already there at the moment. And I will see if I want to use TRAE as my, say, like permanent, autonomous coding agent. And if I don't
Okay.
want to, I would use other tools like Augment Code, for example.
All right, there you go. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, I hope that does. Because initially what I like to do is test out with the models that are already there and see if I'm satisfied with it or not. And then if I want to see how the output really differs, then I would change. But if it's working and if it's giving me the output with few errors, I think it's great. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so let's say, like fast forward, after we click download, we get the Tray IDE, which is gonna look like this. This is the environment. Okay, I already have this. Let's just remove that. Never mind. Okay, and the first thing that we need to do is, of course, create a project. So I'm in this project already. It's called Vibe Coding with Trey. So make sure you're in a folder. Okay, let's navigate through this IDE first. So at the top left, you have the chance to switch models. Sorry, not models, modes. So right now it's operating in the IDE version. And if you just click, it will change to the solo mode. So this is the solo mode.
Okay.
Yeah. Or you can just click builder here. One more thing. Yeah. So as I mentioned that if you really want a detailed breakdown of your complicated projects, that's when you would use solo coder, right? But if you want your products to ship fast and you want it to be just like I would say a prototype, then a solar builder would be okay.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we'll go with the builder today. IDE. Okay. Now, the structure of this IDE is the same like VS Code in general. This is where our files live. So I'm in the folder. And then this is the search. This is the source control. So you can connect to GitHub as well. Yeah. And this is for debugging. Okay. And then we've got some more extensions on the side. But really, we will just be in the files in the file explorer for today. And then on the right side, you've got the place where you can chat with the builder.
Mm.
Okay, yeah. Okay. This at symbol at the bottom helps you choose agents. So if I just click at, I've got so many agents pop up here. Yeah. So you can create as many agents as you want. Just think of an agent as like your teammate. If you want someone who's good with UX UI, you want someone who's good with backend knowledge, and you want them to work with each other together, you could create your own custom agents. So I've got two
Wow.
custom agents right here. Yeah. So
Nice.
I'll show you how to do that. So what the way I like to do is I switch it to the solo mode first. And then on this right side, we've got so many tools that we can use. So I'm going to click agents, right? And then these are the built-in agents that already come with TRAE. So solo coder, unfortunately, is not for us because this is on the pro plan. I'm focusing on the free plan. Okay, MCPs. Git, have you heard of MCPs?
I heard of MCPs before. With my knowledge of tech, which is almost zero, I need you to explain what's MCP.
Sure. Okay. Absolutely. So MCP stands for Model Context Protocol. Think of
Mhm.
it like this. Okay. So just think of we have an LLM. Okay.
Yep.
And you give that LLM a set of a pair of hands and a set of eyes. So
Okay.
now rather than just, texting you answers back from the prompts that you send, it's
Mhm.
actually able to take practical actions to solve tasks.
Okay.
Yeah. It can take actions for you. I'll give you one
Nice.
example. So there's one MCP. It's called Playwright.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's just go out for a little bit. Playwright is an MCP that you can use that helps you control your search engines. Like there's for Firefox, Google Chrome. So if you prompt in the chat to open YouTube and search for this song, it's going to do it for you because it has access to YouTube. It has access to Google Chrome,
Okay.
Firefox, Safari. This is one example. Is it okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah? Okay, cool. Okay, so coming back, that was Builder with MCP. And this is when we want to, connect our web app with external third-party services. I'll come back to this later. And these are my custom agents. So I've got two members in my team right now, a backend and a front-end engineer. So the way I did is just click create and I name, my agent something. It could be anything. And this is where you would write the role of
Yep.
the agent and what tools it needs to use.
Oh.
Yeah. At the moment, only Solo can call these agents, but yeah, but we don't have access to Solo. And we can also write when to call. I'll give you one example here. So for my front end engineer that I created, this is my prompt. I said,
Okay.
you will design a modern, responsive, interactive web interface for a simple word guessing experience. And then I put the design goals in here. Actually, before I get into what I wrote for front end and back end, I should say what I'm doing today. So,
Okay.
what I'm doing today is building a game. It's a simple hangman game using the COTI blockchain. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so back to this. So design goals like a responsive layout that works well. It should be interactive, it should be clean, beginner friendly, and educational theme because I want to use my Hangman, app to test people and just sort of it's kind of like flashcards, but make it game. Make it like
Yeah.
yeah, a game. And then components. So I told a front end engineer that keep in mind that you will need to make components that will eventually be needed for turning it into a blockchain app, like Connect Wallet.
Mm.
Yeah. And then I also told it to think about what frameworks are compatible with blockchain networks. Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Some are easier, some are a little bit complicated. So this is just to give it like a heads up that whatever you use, just make sure that in the future it will eventually be needed to be connected to the blockchain. Yeah. And some constraints. So you can tell like do's and don'ts to your agent. So I said just focus on the UI and don't add any backend or blockchain logic yet. And when to call this is when the UI needs to be readjusted or just changed a little bit with the backend logic. Okay, so you can imagine that it's similar for the backend engineer, but
Mm-hmm.
now I'm focusing on blockchain networks. So I said act like a backend engineer that connects games web apps to blockchain networks. Okay? And these are the things that I wanted to focus on, which is make sure that the users can connect to their wallet smoothly. And if we need to make multiple transactions, then make it feel so smooth that it does not interrupt the flow of the game, that the person needs to transact all the time and they just get so maybe disturbed and they stop playing the game. So I don't want that for our game. Yeah. And then this is another important thing. I said the COTI network details are defined in a separate markdown file. Please use that file as reference. Now, of course, it still doesn't know what file I'm talking about, okay? So there's going to be something else that we need to do to tell the backend engineer what file I'm talking about. But for now, it's sort of like ready. It's ready to receive that markdown file. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is kind of like we're still setting up our environment, right? So we've got our two teammates. They're ready with the tools that they need and their description. Another thing is builder.
So if I just quickly recap for the
Yeah.
prompt, you asked it to create a game. You you chose a hangman game, and then you put in the do's and the don'ts that that's pretty much the rule of the game, and then you ask it to create on a COTI network. Am I understanding that correctly?
Um, okay. So I want to just distinguish two things that the prompts that I wrote in for these two agents are strictly talking about what the agent needs to do. And I
Okay.
have not mentioned the hangman game yet
Okay.
because again I wanted to be a little bit generic, so I did not say that my
Ah,
game is about a hangman and I'm gonna let the user write a word or a letter. So I have not said anything like that. It's
mhm.
kind of like a job description.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, thank you for asking that. I think hopefully people will understand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but all the details of the game and everything is not has not been shared yet.
Okay.
Okay, because that's where we will be putting it in the files. Okay, now we've got the people who are going to work with us, and now we're going to share our game concept. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. One more thing before I start is the builder with MCP that I'm going to teach you how to use. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I've got the Figma AI bridge. And if you guys know what Figma is, it's a tool that helps you design the pages in your web app and how it should look like. It's good for those initial stages, when you're still planning, you have no idea what your app looks like, but you want someone to design it for you. So it all makes sense from step 1 to step 2, step 3. Okay. I think we can get started. So this is the IDE. Okay. Now I've got my first step ready. The first thing that I would recommend you guys to do is to create an MD file. This is a markdown file. So I'll just go to my folder on the left side and click new file and maybe just say like app.md. Yeah, app.md. And in this, I will paste the concept of my game. And I have that concept already here. And I will share that with you really quickly. So the goal is to build a Hangman game DApp deployed on the COTI testnet blockchain. Remember, today we're using the testnet because we want to use like play money, not real money. And the mechanics of the game, as I said before, be very clear about what you want about your product. Be very clear. Okay? You don't need to know the technical details as much as you need to know how your app really functions. So let the user choose from 3 categories. Okay, I gave it crypto, animals, and movies.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 levels of difficulty. Yeah. And the input, the way that the players will play is let them guess the letters, or they could just guess the whole word. And when they guess the whole word, they get more tokens because it's harder.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's my game idea. And of course, finally, one of the most important things is please deploy the smart contract on the COTI testnet blockchain. Okay, so this is my game concept. Yeah.
Okay.
Notice how I am not, copying and pasting it in this chat here. That's that's not a very recommended approach. This is good when you want to scale your app eventually and just structure your app and organize all the files. This is how we do it. One more file that we're going to make is a technical app.md file, and you can guess what I'm going to paste in this. Do you want to take a guess?
Yeah, that file that you were supposed like that you were gonna paste on. Well, basically the file earlier.
The file.
Yeah, that one. This one is it?
Okay, so in this technical MD, we're going to paste information for COTI testnet blockchain.
Okay.
And do you see these green colors popping up? This is actually Q that's helping me automate my inline suggestions. It's suggesting me what I'm supposed to write. So if I just click tab, it just fills it up.
Mm.
Yeah, but of course I don't need to listen to it. It's just helping me recommend. It's
Okay.
just giving me some recommendations. Yeah. So the information that we can get for the COTI testnet blockchain is in the COTI docs website. So you can go to testnet, and I think it would be right here, right? Yeah. So we can just directly copy
Mhm.
and paste. Oh, what's the information?
So
Information.
before, just a quick question. No, I mean like how, like how detailed does the idea that you're putting into TRAE like, how detailed it need to be?
Oh, okay. So basically, you just need to make sure that it tries to answer it tries to fill in all those missing gaps. Like, for example, it's a game, right? So you need to
Yep.
make sure that you mention in your app concept how the player is going to get the tokens. How are they going to claim it?
Okay.
That's just one of the, yeah. Mhm.
All
You
right.
need to write the clear goal, the way that the user can actually play, which I said you can guess letter by letter or the whole word.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, now we're getting to the fun part. You're building the game live using just prompts.
Yeah, you just prompt. So I literally just copy pasted all of this, oops, information that's going to help it connect to the backend. Okay. Now, so here's where we at. We have two files, one with our game concept and one with the COTI testnet blockchain network details. Okay. So what I'm going to say now is, okay, it's going to be, please think through the app concept file. The way that I will mention my app.md file is by using hashtag. Okay, so when you want to add context, when you want to mention that, oh, please take a look at that file. So write the hashtag and then just select app.md. Yeah.
Hmm.
And devise a plan for adding pages, routing, layouts, and components to clearly instruct Figma. Okay, so what I'm doing right now is I'm thinking from I'm pulling myself out of this technical box that I'm in, and I'm thinking that, I need a vision. I need to know what my app is going to do visually. I need that visual mind map, because then things get a little easier to understand that what my app is actually doing. So that's why I said, please think through this concept and make a plan so we can tell Figma to sketch a full flow. Okay, so let's just send that. Okay. And while that's working, let me just show you a couple more things at the bottom. So as I said, if you want to call an agent, use the at. If you want to mention a specific file, use hashtag.
Mm,
This is for adding images, like, if you have an error or you don't like how something looks, just take a picture and put it in.
okay.
Yeah. And over here, you can select the model that you want to use. And okay, one very important thing is the auto mode. Now, in previous tools, other vibe coding platforms, this auto mode eats up a lot of your credits.
Mm,
So I had 10 credits and I ran it 9 times. So 9 out of 10 times, my credits are used up.
okay.
Yeah.
Mm,
And the max mode is more about if you want to expand your context window, you would enable this.
okay.
Yeah.
So the auto mode, I mean, I assume that if you click on the auto mode, it gives you better results.
Yeah, it helps you select the best premium model. So it will
Okay.
see like which model is good for what particular task and in terms of speed and of course the quality.
So basically, AI selecting which AI you need to use.
Yeah. It's something like that.
All right.
That's a good way to put it. But the max mode is again for pro plans. So
Okay.
yeah.
I mean,
And- yeah.
the the pro plan is $3, is it?
Yeah, that's $3.
So basically, the solo mode. Okay. I mean, that's the cheapest AI I've ever seen. Actually, I might try this.
Yeah. I think in terms of like credits though, because I used Augment Code previously, that's why I keep mentioning it all the time. It's really generous with its credits. Like I made so many things before I could run out. I think I got 30,000 credits on a free plan with Augment Code.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, actually, I have one question regarding
Mhm.
the if you go down to the selections of AI, like down there,
Yeah.
like for example, if I want to use Gemini, like would it be Gemini Pro? Like if let's say that I don't have the Pro version, like will I still have access to Gemini Pro on this platform?
Okay, so you said that you want to use this one, right?
I'm not sure if it's yeah Gemini 3 Pro, correct?
Okay, so if we select that, I am seeing that Gemini 3 Pro. Do you want to give it a try?
Yeah, I mean because I want to know like I assume it has OpenAI as well, GPT. Yeah, like for example,
Mm.
I don't have ChatGPT premium. You know, I'm still using the free version. So if I don't have access to the like basically if I did not pay the subscription to the ChatGPT, do I have access to ChatGPT features on this Tray app?
Okay, so okay, that's a good question. Uh, okay, it really depends. Like, are you using ChatGPT through TRAE or are you pasting your own API key? You know, if you're say that you don't have a subscription of ChatGPT, but the ChatGPT that they're using here, their model, is in the Pro plan, then in that case, it won't work.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like for example,
API.
yeah. Over here, it says the cost is one request per chat. Yeah. But if I go
Okay.
to the bottom and I click advanced model, I think it was flash preview when I had ran the first one. It doesn't show me anything like that.
Ah, okay, makes
Yeah,
sense.
like the cost, and here I don't see any cost. So
Okay, makes sense. So basically, if it's pro plan, then it means that it will still eat up the credit internally, right? It's not gonna ask you to go and subscribe for the premium version in order to use it here in this app.
yeah, if you're using the GPT model through TRAE, then it will be cutting it from its own pro plan. But if you're
Ah,
pasting your API key, it will cut it from your personal subscription to
okay.
ChatGPT.
So basically, yeah, basically, it would be better if you use the one through Tray itself.
Yeah, yeah. Unless TRAE has a model that sorry, unless TRAE doesn't have a model that you want to use, then you can make a custom. You can make a custom one by putting the
Okay,
API key. Yeah.
nice.
Okay.
All right.
So looks like the first part is done. So let's just see what it did. So this plan outlines the design and architectural flow for the COTI Hangman D app. So see, it tells me the pages without me even thinking. Because like I said, like I think us humans, we really need we think like if we get a structure, we believe more and we're able to, how do I say, like it reinforces our idea that it's possible. It's possible.
Okay.
So yeah, like a landing page, a
All right.
game setup page, you wouldn't be able to think this by yourself, right? So this is why that was our first step.
Okay. So basically, you're saying that if it's structured like that, you can actually see the picture of how it's gonna come out.
Yeah. Yeah. Now
Okay.
you have some idea. But let me make this even better for you. Okay. So let's see. I have a really good next step. It says 4 out of 5 tasks done. Let me see why. Hold on.
I mean, is the fifth one
Consolidate.
still running, or it's like
Oh, okay.
running
It's
into an
done.
error? Okay, great.
Okay. Now, the next thing, okay, I'll tell you why I set it to do all of this, step 1 to step 5. So I'll say, please sketch the flow for the web app based on the UX plan generated. Or just, yeah, okay. Based on the. Okay, here's what I'm going to do that's going to be a little bit different. You might be thinking, how is the builder mode going to sketch the flow, right? So I will just use at and change this to builder with MCP because I have a Figma AI bridge here. Okay, so you see that switch?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so it's gonna sketch it for me now. Let's see, please sketch the flow. Okay. So I'm actually just walking you through like good practices, Some people choose to totally skip this part, and you totally can, but I tend to do things and even encourage people to do it with good practices because it not only helps you keep track of how your app is looking like at every step, but it also gives you this like big picture. It helps you vision your final output way before. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. This is the diagram I was talking about. We call this the mermaid diagram. Okay, let's see. So we've got a landing page. Oopsie. And then, so the things that are written in the arrows are actually actions. So like click connect wallet, and then wallet is connected. And if yes, then it's going to go to the game setup page.
Mm.
Yeah. And then once it goes to that page, you can
Yep.
select the category, then click start game. So you see that how it's really branching every page and every step so nicely in depth.
Okay, and then there's circling back to the top.
Yeah. So back to setup, try again.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is what I want like people to see first because sure, like not everyone understands code, right? But
Yeah.
everyone can understand a simple diagram like this.
Correct.
Yeah.
And you can actually see like what could go wrong in here as well. Like once it's been drawn out like that.
Yeah, and actually, you can totally, if you feel like there's something wrong according to you, you can just type in and say that, can you, or better, take a screenshot of that part of the
Oh,
diagram and
wow.
say, change this part. Hmm.
Okay. Um, does it eat up more credit if you upload pictures and give it prompts?
Mm, so generally, yes, it does.
Okay.
Yeah. And even output wise, actually, it calculates from a both input and an output way. If you tell it to generate like pictures, it will consume more tokens.
Okay.
So both ways, input and output. Yeah.
All right.
Okay. So I think now we've seen why we did step one. Let's actually make it work. So okay, I like it. Nice. Please develop the web app based on the flow generated by Figma. And this is something new that I am going to do right now. Like, if you have any questions or doubts, please ask them first. Because imagine it does everything and then it asks me. So that's a
Yeah.
total waste of credit. So ask the
Yeah.
questions first before you proceed. Again, take a look at. So I'm just
Okay. So basically, you are asking AI to like talk amongst yourself and like try not to ask me anything.
gonna yeah. Take a look at the app concept
Yeah.
file for more details. So again, it's always good to give like context. Otherwise, it's gonna hallucinate, and we don't want that. Okay. If you need and show me the web app. Okay.
This
And
remind me of a session when I was working in my previous company where um, I was the manager and I have like a three to four three to four executives under me, and we went into a room to do a workshop, right? And basically, this is exactly what I told them: talk among yourselves and like and like try to come up with a solution from there. And this actually reminded me of that.
oh, okay.
I mean, this is awesome. I'm not gonna lie, because like if they discuss it amongst themselves, like they're speaking their own language, and yeah, I think it's easier to get a solution from there. I mean, and of course, if it keeps asking you back, you're just gonna waste more credit on.
Yeah. Yeah. So like we just make it very clear that for like just make it two steps. You talk with yourself, try
Yeah,
to understand my project first, and
yeah.
then yeah, ask me.
Uh,
So here, yeah, it says before I dive in, I have a few quick questions to ensure development aligns with your vision. Okay, tech stack. I plan to use this for a modern app. Does this work for you? So really just gonna answer questions very simply. I'm gonna say yes, it works. Okay, then the second one. Since the rewards are on chain, I'll need to develop and deploy smart contracts. Should I build the UI first or develop the contract in UI in parallel? Okay, so we're gonna say, okay, build the UI first. Are you okay with the standard MetaMask integration? Yes, absolutely. That's perfect. And that's also one thing that we did not mention in our app.md file. So
mhm.
it's good. Like, yeah. So that's what I like to do. Like, even though I start with the game concept
Yep.
file, I still ask it to ask me questions because sometimes you don't know what you don't know, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. So that's why I use MetaMask.
And I think it's good practices as well, because like instead of letting it just rambling off, it will start hallucinates.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. By the way, one thing I want to also say is that because we're working with so many agents, when I used Figma to make this diagram, I did like act and then I chose builder with MCP. Now that that's done, I changed it back to builder.
Okay.
Okay, so it's operating on the builder agent. It's using that right now. Okay. Yeah, so current directory is not empty. Please choose how to proceed. So this is not running autonomously. That's why it's asking me questions. Okay.
Yep.
This is the difference. But if I switch it to like auto mode, it's not going to ask me these questions. But okay, never mind. We've got more control. Please choose how to proceed. Okay, let's see. It's in the terminal right here. Please choose how to proceed. Ignore files and continue. Okay. Okay, it did this before also. Okay, let's click skip. And it's going to ask me the same thing again. So I will say remove files and continue. Actually, 1 minute. Run. Okay. So as I said before, it's not on the auto mode. You can change it to the auto mode if you want. It's not going to ask you these questions. It depends. Like I said, if you want to be part of this loop,
Yep.
yeah, then make sure it's off. Yeah. The smarter way to do this would be keep it on for things that for those times that you really do not know what to do. Mm-hmm. Okay, open in preview. So we've got this localhost link. Let's open it. Okay. Ah, I see what it's doing. It's the very classic one. It doesn't have the app information yet. Okay, 1 second. Perk. Okay, so it has deleted these files. I will put them back in here. Okay, I will have to remake these files that I had made because it's deleted. So how is this? Okay. Yeah, never mind. It showed me the same thing as last time, so this is nothing to worry about. Yeah. I'm just recreating those files that we made in the beginning because I deleted them. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. So it's running the tasks and it's crossing them off one by one.
Yep.
So we got 2 out of 6 tasks done. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, the UI is kind of like cursor.
The UI is like cursor. Oh yeah. They all
Very
share
similar.
like a very similar. Even VS Code. Like ultimately, they will have to look the same. Like they
Okay.
would. Yeah. Ultimately.
I mean, like, because I work a lot with Gemini, Lovable, maybe, and like, it's the UI is different. Oh, yay! There you go.
Oh
Connect to
wow.
MetaMask. Oh, it's still running, right?
Yeah, it's running and it's doing it live. We call it like what was that, hot reloading? Like it makes
Okay.
changes and it instantly updates the UI. Okay. Are we done? Okay, let's see. But I only said to make it the I only said to make the UI yet. Let me check. Connect. We still got a couple of things that are not the way we want it to be.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, please install MetaMask. And what else? Please install. All right. So I think this time we can call a front end engineer and say, ensure that the UI is clean and fix any changes that you see fit or as you see fit
Hmm.
based on, and then again I'm going to reference the app.md file. Yeah, ensure that the UI is clean. Okay. Yeah. And once this is done, we will find a way to connect it to the backend.
Hmm.
So let's see. Actually, I like this. It's pretty creative.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I like that. I wouldn't have thought of that. Yeah. Okay, that's thinking. Okay. What I think I've seen from, after using a few platforms is that try not to paste or tell the AI agent in the vibe coding platform the tech stack. Like try not to tell it because I think in terms of like the tech stack, it's pretty good at deciding what it needs to use and how it needs to stack it together. Um, so don't say that because I think if you say it's going to break the web app. So try to avoid all of the tech stack in your prompts. Just be very clear with your app idea.
Can you explain a little bit more what is tech stack?
Okay, so tech stack, for example, okay, just imagine that you're still like, what should my game web app be about? You're chatting with ChatGPT or Gemini or Claude, and it's
Oh,
brainstorming ideas for you, and it says that okay, here's what you can do. Just paste this prompt, and that prompt will have like use React slash Vite or use Python or use this programming language. It's going to restrict you from the very beginning. So if it
okay.
says like what languages and what like tech stack to use, I would say not to follow. Yeah.
Okay. So instead of that, it's better to just put whatever it is and just be very detailed about it.
Yeah, and try not to like explicitly mention what you want to use from the beginning. Just your app idea with clear details. Yeah.
Okay.
hmm
All right.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
assume
I
it's
think
done.
this one's, yeah, I think it's better now. So we've got categories, earn tokens, and whole word bonus. Yeah, it's a
Okay.
bit better.
Do you have to
Start.
connect to wallet first?
No. It's not gonna work yet because we have not configured the backend yet. This is just the UI.
Okay. Okay.
Uh-huh. So now I'm gonna call my backend engineer agent and say, okay, So please connect the web app to the COTI. Yeah, okay. As given in, and then again refer that technical.md file. Ensure the functionalities work in the transactions. So when I say transactions, it means signing the request and to receive and send tokens.
Okay.
That's what we mean by transactions, yeah. And the transactions can be made.
You're actually literally taking like your project and walking to different department right now.
Yeah, something like that. Okay. I mean, it's good. It especially for like really big projects, because not everyone is good with one thing. Like if you configure an AI agent,
Yep.
even like if you're using N8N or any tool, oh, it's already done. Okay. You
Wow.
will still have the choice to connect different tools for it to use and give its own knowledge base. Yeah. Okay. I have two quick questions. As per your guideline to not store every game action, I plan to keep the letter by letter guessing in the React state and only trigger when the user wins. Okay, that's better. Does it work? Yeah, it works. Yes, that works. Reward mechanism. For the claim transaction to work, the smart contract will need a treasury. Should I include a function? Fund. Okay. Okay. So for the claim, you can say allow to claim the tokens that are generated from winning. In the game itself. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so what the backend is going to do now is it's going to write what we call smart contracts. So smart contracts are these pieces of logic that will work as the logic is written, and logic would be written in code, right? So once it writes that, it's going to deploy. And yeah. And this is the part where you would need to have your MetaMask account and your wallet with the COTI test net tokens ready, because we're going to connect our wallet to the web app.
All right.
Yeah. And okay, maybe you might want to guess, what could it mean? Open diff.
Open diff. I assume it's the smart contract.
Diff for difference. Yeah.
Difference.
If we click it, it's gonna show this. Not to worry, but the green part is the thing that it just added, the new lines, and the red part is what it removed.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can see like, oh, plus 61 lines and minus 2 lines are out.
Okay. So diff is basically the
difference.
plus 61 and the minus 2.
Yeah, like old code versus new code, like that.
Okay.
Yeah, like what are the changes? Okay.
So
Yeah,
it's still
it's working.
61 lines. It's just it's just 2 lines has been replaced, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think while that's running, what we'll do is we'll go, oh, wow, what is this? We got an error. But not to worry, it will try and debug that. Yeah, it's gone. Okay, yeah, it will fix its own problems. Yeah. Our deployment. Okay. A deployment.md. This is good. It's kind of like a guide on how you need to deploy. I'm just gonna click that. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, here are the next steps for you. Follow the instructions to deploy the smart contract via Remix. Now, Remix is an IDE that you can use to deploy, but we want to make it as simple as possible, right? Okay.
Yep.
To make it as simple as possible, we're going to say, can you deploy the contract? Yeah, let's write that. But of course, the TRAE or AI can only take you like up to 80%, okay, which is what it's going to do. And that remaining 20% is going to be filled. So let's go to our lit, because now we're going to get our private key that only we have access to. Okay. Account, and these three dots, account details, and this is going to be the private key. Okay. We're going to take that, because think of private key as like your signature, you know? Only if anyone has your private key, it's like they have your credit card, something like that. So I'll just take the COTI testnet and copy the private key for that.
Yep.
Got it. Okay.
And then drop it down.
Yeah, it's going to tell me it's still thinking. Okay. Best practice is for it to create a .env file where I can just paste it in that. The reason is that if you ever plan to upload your project to GitHub and you don't safely store your private key, then everyone can see that private key.
I see. So right now we're just waiting for it to
Run.
drop.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's gonna tell me when it's ready to receive my key.
Okay.
This is the EMB. Yeah, I think it's almost done. Yeah. How to deploy now? I've added a custom script. So set your private key, create a file named .env in the project root, copy the content from that file. Okay. And then replace it with my key. All right, got it. Let's create a file. So it's just going to be .env. Okay. Let's just try. I don't want my key to be seen entirely. Okay. And then it said go to .env.example, copy this, go back, and like this. Okay, replace this with my key.
Okay.
Like that. Got it. Save. Okay, that's what. Yeah. I'm done. Run deployment. Okay. So let's just pretend like I don't want to do all of this stuff. Like I don't want to, type any commands. Okay, no problem. Just say that I have pasted my private key in, maybe you can just reference it also, .env. Please deploy the contract and get the web app ready. Okay.
Okay.
So now it has your signature, so it can sign, it can make the transaction, and then
Okay.
what's this? High risk command. Okay, yeah. We can eventually deploy. Let's see.
All right, and there's an error, and I assume it's going to try and fix it automatically.
Yeah, I think that would not be an error, but more like it removed the line.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, cool. I have successfully deployed the Hangman reward contract. So see, this is the address that I got, the address of the contract,
Yep.
and this is my address. This is my wallet address. Okay. And actually, we can also just see it very quickly. I will copy this contract address, and we will go to, I think it's COTI block explorer. Yeah. And paste it.
Mm.
Yeah. So it's trying to show that, see, this is my address and this is the contract address. So there is one transaction that has been made. Mhm. Okay, 1 minute ago. That's how you know that like it's real. Okay.
Yep.
Changes made. Final instructions. Fund the contract. 0 COTI. I have 0 COTI. That's not true. I have COTI tokens.
Okay.
So let's say I'm gonna switch the agent to builder and say I will use the COTI testnet tokens and I have the tokens already. Is the app ready to play? Okay. Yeah. I have verified the dev server is running. Cool. So it does open in browser. You can see this also, it's like that. But the problem is that, oh, okay, this, I will have to open this one because I have MetaMask in here. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's say connect wallet.
Connect wallet.
Ooh,
Yep.
awesome. Okay. So confirm. Oh, yeah, okay. So I got my address here. That's how you know that it's connected.
Yep.
Okay. And then this is the game setup. Select category. Let's go with animals. Okay, something
Okay.
easy. Okay. It's pretty responsive, as I told the front-end engineer to do. Okay, generate word.
Okay.
Ooh,
Wow.
all right.
So fast.
Nice.
Okay.
10 COTI. Okay, so let's try. You can also, oh wow, my first letter.
E.
E.
I.
What kind of animal?
God.
Okay, not
O. I think there's an O.
bad. Okay. Oh wait, I think I know. It's a dolphin. Can I guess the whole wait? DOLPHIN.
Yes. Dolphin.
I'm gonna get twice the rewards. Dolphin.
Yay.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so it was 2 times. I told it like in the game concept that if I guess the whole word right, then I'd get more tokens. Claim, can I claim it? Oh, okay. So there we go. We see a problem. It's okay. We can always take a screenshot and then send it back and say that
Throw
this
it back.
feature is not working. Yeah.
Let's test another one. Let's
It says
go
okay.
with movies maybe,
Movies.
and let's go easy. Why not?
Sure.
So
Try to guess the full word.
Oh
Okay,
my god.
Never mind. Let's go with letters first.
Go with O.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Oh.
U.
You. Okay. Does anyone in the chat have any? Are they suggesting anything?
Nah.
Oh no. Okay. T.
You can drop something if you
Ah.
wanna play. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
there's
all play.
T.
Let's all play.
There's
T.
T. Um,
Wait. So we have like one. Oh, these are the lives. Oh, how do we have so many lives? Maybe we have like eyes and nose too.
yeah,
Okay.
probably.
P. Oh, sorry.
A. Wow.
Wait.
Your favorite.
I know this
movie.
one. Exactly.
Your
It's my
favorite.
favorite. Let's get a double.
All right.
How could I not
Nice.
guess this? Yeah.
Oh, so
Okay.
that means that the rule for this game is, let's say it's 6 letters, and even though if you guess 5 letters and you guess the whole word, you still get double the points.
Yeah, because I mean, it right now it just the system's pretty straightforward. If you type the whole word, you're gonna get twice the reward, even if there was just like 1 or 2 letters that you didn't fill.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But that's always something that you can later improve and
Change.
improvise. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Does this take up? Yeah. Okay.
wait,
Yeah.
did you try claiming the COTI with the
So I did, and that's a feature that I would have to upgrade. I would have to test.
Okay.
But in the meantime, I can actually show you. I have another version that works with the claiming. If you want to
Okay.
see that, yeah.
All right.
I think I have one. This is another one. Honestly, I like the UI in this. Oops. I like this UI better. Let's check. Okay. Just a moment. Run the web app. For that, I have to close my current local host. Okay, let's check. Yeah. No. In my other. Like, let's see how different this is. Like,
Yeah.
wow. I don't know. I kind of like this.
I mean, I really like the UI.
See? Yeah, it really. And you won't believe it, but I use the same prompts. Like if I say learn more, when I never in my entire like app.md file told it to even have
Yeah.
this, I think. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Connect and set up, guess a word. Wow, this is really cool.
All right. Nice.
And then okay, if I say like okay, connect wallet.
All right, MetaMask. Confirm.
Yeah.
All right.
And then let's play now. Okay, same stuff. So let's go with crypto. We should be doing this. And okay, medium.
6 attempts.
Yeah. In this one, we can claim the rewards. So
Okay.
I'll just go where's the word? Oh, here. Okay.
Okay. Let's go with E.
I already know it.
Ethereum.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Ethereum. Is that right?
REUM. I think so. Is that how you spell it? Let me.
What's it? Ethereum,
Yep,
EUM.
R
Yeah,
E R
right.
E U M. Yeah.
Okay. So, oh yeah,
Yay.
I really like this also. It's also sharing a fun fact. So you see how educational this is. Like it's really
Okay.
keeping in mind that it's for teaching purposes. So it's introduced smart contracts. Okay. And then
Okay.
claim. And when I claim that, I'm gonna get those. See? So
Nice.
action.
But this is testnet, right? It's
Yeah,
still
this is all
still.
testnet. Yeah,
Okay.
that's right. So I think I really like this UI more. View transaction. It's gonna take me to the block explorer. That's the link. Wow. Cool. Okay. Home. Yeah.
All right.
So I was able to do that part. Oh yeah, see? And I have the token here.
Okay.
So this is very cool. Yeah, so it's this versus that. Okay. So I think enough about the games. That was fun from
Yeah.
after coding, vibe coding, I should say,
Yeah.
for long. What do you think about it, like TRAE AI?
I mean, it looks complicated at first, but when you explain it, I kind of see how it runs. I think it's really cool in terms of you having different departments to actually help you specifically on whatever you need to like compared to other LLMs. You kind of have if you
Other
think of one
LLM?
LLM is like one smart person that has to do everything. Like
Uh,
it's their knowledge is pretty generic, but like for this one, it's like you have three people helping helping you creating an app, and you have like you can call builder, you can call front end, you can call back end, and it actually helps you build this. I think
mhm.
it's really cool. I think that's another approach to um, to build in especially in 2026, I think.
Yeah. For me, I realized one thing that if you're closing this entire session on a note,
Yeah.
um, the tools that we see on the browser, the vibe coding platforms, right? Like we've got Lovable, we've got Replit, V0. They're pretty good too. And at
Yeah.
the end of the day, I would say as much as prompts matter, which they do, by the way, they really do, the
Yep.
quality of your prompts, but your setup matters as much. Like your setup also matters. So if you were to compare those browser platforms versus these like
Mhm.
separate IDEs, it's really about your use case. Are you creating a product like a product that you're ready to launch, or
Mm.
are you just trying to MVP an idea, you know?
Mm.
So the
So
setup really matters.
you would say that this is more applicable for launch or just an MVP?
This would be better suited for a launch. Yeah.
Okay. So, but for MVP, you could use tools like Lovable to create an MVP first. Like, actually, you know what I'm curious is like, what if you create an MVP from Lovable? Like, could you drop that that whole UI in here and ask it to continue until the end?
Yeah, so maybe we missed that part out, but if I um in the beginning it shows you like do you want to open an existing folder? No, you want to open a folder, you want to git clone. You've got those options.
Okay.
So if you export from Lovable, for example, and you get it and you import it here, you can
Yep.
definitely scale it up. This is when you want to scale for people
Okay.
who want
Makes
to
sense.
scale. Yeah.
That's yeah. That looks. That, I mean, that's I can see the picture now, because
Mhm.
I was working with MVPs most of the time, and I think
Yeah.
we pretty much ended there. But using this, I think there's endless possibilities that we can do with this.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Now with that note, all right, I'll just I'll just follow up to closing. So, of course, thank you very much, Sharon, for walking through all of this and showing what's possible. I sure I sure did learn a lot. I'm pretty sure everyone else who joined learned as well. And of course, thank you everyone who joined us today. If this part sparked your curiosity, I encourage you to explore, experiment, and just try building something. Um, and be sure to connect with us. Please subscribe to COTI Foundation YouTube channel. Make sure to hit that like and share button, and to stay tuned for more COTI live streams. And without any further ado, thank you everyone, and we'll see you next time, Stadi.